I was really nervous about it. I don't like speaking in front of people. I don't like projecting my voice that much. And like 14 days later, I just have totally changed that. I'm very comfortable and I found my teaching voice and it's awesome.
I was nervous because I was older. I was nervous because panicking about public speaking. And I was nervous because I had less experience than everybody else. But through the practice teaching, the way that we did a learn-do methodology, it's just amazing. Like this morning, getting up in front of the room, I really didn't think that much about it. I wasn't thinking anymore. I felt great.
I had some reservations about doing a 200-hour intensive. I thought about doing the weekend training also, but the pacing has been wonderful. The schedule takes really good care of your body. I found that it's not just a very intensive yoga practice, many hours a day. We are doing many hours of yoga a day, but we're also hiking, which is moving our bodies around, eating really well. Within the first few days, my body just felt very clean and light and energized and rested.
So before I got here, I took out a calculator and found out how many hours a day we have to do to fit 200 hours into 2 weeks. I got really overwhelmed, but it went so well once I got here. Every day was long and engaging, but the breaks were really well planned and it doesn't feel like a long day. Like it was a really awesome pacing, I thought, and it flew by.
I feel more confident, more comfortable in my own skin. I just feel an overall difference. I'm happy in general and I feel great. I feel healthy. My skin looks good. My hair feels good. So yeah, it's just physically, mentally, spiritually, all in all, I feel great, like $1,000,000.
I really have seen myself grow, physically, mentally, emotionally. I've met some amazing people. I've made great friendships, and the teachers are amazing.
We had the 3 wonderful Bilka sisters here, and the way also in terms of scheduling that they worked the 2 weeks was really seamless. So handing off doing lectures and classes and training, and we just really didn't have to do anything but show up and be there fully, and it was wonderful.
In the first week, we were a lot more physically active with our own yoga and just starting to get into the learnings and the practice teaching. And then in week 2, we shifted over because we're doing more and more practice teaching. That was really exciting. It was easy to assimilate. We had presentations and we had readings, so the different learning styles were really complemented, and this way us different learners could absorb all the information. I feel like I've learned so much in 2 weeks.
I love the pacing of the training. I thought that it was very well put together. The hiking, the practice teaching yoga, and all the hours of yoga, it just was all complementary to what you really need to be a successful teacher, a successful yoga instructor, definitely.
Pretty much every night we went to the hot tub or the sauna, which was so fun. If you're achy or if you're tired from the day, you go down with your friends and it's a great place to talk and your muscles relax and it's nice and warm. It's great.
At the beginning of training, we have to pick a power word, and mine was trust. And in just 2 weeks, I think I've grown into that word and learned so much about yoga and trusting myself on and off my mat. And that's something I don't think I'll ever lose.
I was working with Vita one day, and we have this power word thing that we do, and it's like supposed to be like your true self, your authentic you. And I had a different name at first that I used, and she asked me why I used that name, and I just started crying. And I said I changed it within myself, but I never told anybody. And she said to me, well, she just talked me through it, and I just was crying, and I couldn't breathe. And it started pouring out of me that, my authentic person was finally breaking through. And I was finally starting to show who I was. And it was because of this. I didn't think it was gonna happen, but it did. And the whole yoga instructor teaching, it's just been amazing. This place is amazing.
our power word, and mine's no fear. And I chose it because I wanted to live up to it. You know, I didn't want anything to hold me back just because I was scared. So, and I really came into it after 2 weeks of training. I was able to do things that I never thought I'd be able to do. And I get to carry that with me onto whatever else comes at me. So I have no fear now.
First off, love the facilities. The campus is gorgeous, especially around this time of the year. The staff, very customer service friendly. And having a roommate, I loved my roommate. She was awesome. She's supportive. And it just felt like I adopted a sister, a sibling, and we went through the ups and downs together. It was great.
I mean, it's gorgeous. I would come back here in a heartbeat. I mean, you go outside and it's like you're in a resort. I mean, it's beautiful. They have a village. You can go shopping, and you know, there's a pool and there's a sauna and there's the facilities. The people that work here are amazing. They've like everything that we've asked for. They've been so good to us, and yeah, it's been great.
I love my roommate so much. Of course, I came from college, so I'm used to having a roommate, but the one I met here was, you know, pretty awesome. We're family now, and I'm definitely gonna come up to Boston again and stay with her and all of my other family that I made here, so.
I think the biggest thing that I'm going to take away is self-love and acceptance. Everybody here is different, and folks accept me for who I am and have helped me move forward. So if I feel doubt, I think I'm just going to come back to this and say, you know, feel the same way you did while you were at teacher training. The folks help spur you on. I'm going to use that feeling to bring it back to myself.
I used to really overthink things a lot and just really get stuck on like one topic and just drive myself crazy over it. And with the meditations here and just increasing my practice, I think I've kind of learned that is so futile and just should not be a part of my life. And I don't know, the tiger ripping, after that, I was just like, yes, just get out. And after that, it was just like this whole realization that can stay in the past and I can grow and leave that behind.
I love the meditation because for me, my brain is so scattered and I'm constantly thinking about what am I gonna do next? What's going on here? Da, 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 da. And for me, it really just slowed everything down and brought me to like this space, this moment in time.
About the costs, I mean, honestly, the faculty will work with you, and before coming here, I was worried about the cost as well, but it happened and I came up with the money. And again, the faculty worked with me. They took payments. I mean, it was great. And I got to be here.
Being a college student, I have like no money, like none. But I knew that this would be an investment that I would want for the rest of my life. And it's great going in at really any age, but for me, for a college kid, you know, like I can go and get a job now, a steady job as a yoga teacher, and I can use that for the rest of my life.
We actually were asked to get up and teach, I think, our second day here, and the difference between that couple minutes and us teaching up to 45 minutes now on our own independently is like night and day. And it's hard to believe in such a short time span that we've come so far to fully fledged teachers.
My absolute favorite activity was the practice teacher training the day before our class graduation. It was like the culmination of everything, and I wasn't afraid and I wasn't nervous, and I looked around and people were doing dancers pose, and I'm thinking, these people are doing dancers pose, and I helped them get there. So that was exciting.
I definitely saw an improvement in my practice teaching, and I would say that's totally due to the supportive environment, the supportive community, and the faculty as well. Totally supportive. They're genuine, they're compassionate, and even when I had difficulties believing in my true self, I mean, everyone around me saw it, and it just grounded me to believe in myself, and it was amazing.
I really loved it. Like, it was one of the best things I've ever done in my life. And I've met some awesome people.
do it. You have to do it. It'll change your life.